Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the first chapter, rotational motion. In the last period already we discussed about the rotational motion, circular motion, then characteristics of circular motion, uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion. Today we are going to study the next point, that is centripetal and centrifugal force. Let us see, first one is the centripetal force. In the last period, dear students, you have seen when the particle is performing uniform circular motion, then its velocity changes with the change in position of the particle, so that motion is the accelerated motion. We have seen that motion is the accelerated motion, and you've seen that the acceleration of the particle is given by, that is A is equal to r omega square, or which is equal to, you have written v square upon r, or which is equal to v into omega, and that acceleration is directed towards the center of the circle along the radius, so it is also known as radial acceleration. It is called as the radial acceleration, or it is directed towards the center, therefore it is called as centripetal acceleration. It is also known as the centripetal acceleration. Now today we are going to study about the centripetal force. Now see here, when an object is performing uniform circular motion, then a force is exerted on that particle or the object, and that force which is acting on the particle is always directed towards the center. It is always directed towards the center along the radius of the circle, and that force which is acting on the particle is known as centripetal force. That is called as the centripetal force. So what is the centripetal force? The force acting on a particle directed towards the center along the radius of the circle. The force acting on a particle performing UCM directed towards the center along the radius of the circle is called as centripetal force. What is the centripetal force, dear students? Here, the force acting on a particle performing UCM, uniform circular motion, directed towards the center along the radius of the circle is called as centripetal फोर्स. ओके, तर अशा प्रकारे या ठिकाणी मित्रांनो, ज्यावेळेस एखादा पार्टिकल युनिफॉर्म सर्क्युलर मोशन परफॉर्म करत असतो, त्यावेळेस त्या पार्टिकलवर एक अशा प्रकारचा फोर्स एक्झर्ट होतो जो त्या पार्टिकलला नेहमी सेंटरकडे या ठिकाणी खेचत असतो अलॉंग द रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल, आणि अशा प्रकारचा फोर्स जो पार्टिकलला सेंटरकडे खेचतो त्याला म्हटलं जातं सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स. ओके, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स, and this centripetal force is the real force. It is a real force because when the centripetal force is acting on that particle, then and then only that particle executes or performs circular motion. It means that for the circular motion of any object or any body or any particle, the centripetal force must be necessary. Okay, it must be necessary, and remember that due to that force only the particle executes or performs the circular motion, and therefore it is a real force. Therefore it is a real force. Now let us see the explanation. Let us consider a particle of mass m is performing uniform circular motion along the circumference of circle of center O and radius R in anti-clockwise direction with linear velocity v and angular velocity omega as shown in figure 2. Let us consider a particle of mass m is performing uniform circular motion along the circumference of a circle of center O and radius R in anti-clockwise direction with linear velocity v and angular velocity omega as shown in figure 2. Let AR be the radial acceleration of the particle, which is given by AR is equal to R omega square, or which is equal to V square upon R, or which is equal to V into omega. Let us give supposed to be equation number 1. But at the same time, already you have seen, when the particle is executing UCM, then some force is acted on that particle, and which is known as the centripetal force. And according to Newton's second law of motion, dear students, you know that any force is equal to, what is the formula here? Mass into acceleration. So here we can say centripetal force is equal to mass into centripetal acceleration or radial acceleration, or simply we can say it as, that is CPF means centripetal force, or simply let us write it as FCP. Let us write it as, FCP means that is the centripetal force. That is the centripetal force. Okay. And that centripetal force FCP is equal to, means centripetal force is equal to, we can write mass into acceleration. Radial acceleration is, that is R omega square. So you can write it as mr omega square, or it can be written as, that is FCP is equal to, we can write mass into radial acceleration is V square upon R, or we can write it as FCP is equal to, that is mass into acceleration is V into omega. In this way, dear students, here the magnitude of that centripetal force acting on that particle is given by which formula? FCP is equal to mr omega square or mv square upon R, or we can write FCP is equal to mv into omega. Okay. In vector form, the above equations can be written as FCP bar is equal to m into r bar omega square, and it can also be written as FCP bar is equal to minus mv square upon r into r0 cap. Let us use supposed to be equation number 3rd. In vector form, the above two equations can be written as FCP bar is equal to minus m r bar omega square, and FCP bar is equal to minus mv square upon r into r0 cap. In equation 3, the negative sign indicates that the centripetal force and the radius vector or position vector, here r is known as the radius vector. In equation 3, this negative sign indicates that the centripetal force and radius vector, both are oppositely directed. They are oppositely directed. It means that the centripetal force is directed towards the center, while you know that the radius vector or the position vector is directed away from the center. Okay, the radius vector is directed away from the center. So this negative sign indicates that the centripetal force and radius vector or position vector are directed in opposite direction, or they are oppositely directed. Okay, this is about the centripetal force. Now let us see few examples of the centripetal force. The first example is for the circular motion of the moon around the earth, the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of the moon around the earth, the necessary centripetal force is provided. Provide म्हणजे पुरविणे. The necessary centripetal force is provided in the form of gravitational force of attraction between the earth and the moon. What is the first example here of centripetal force? For the circular motion of the moon around the earth, the necessary centripetal force or the required centripetal force is provided in the form of gravitational force of attraction between the moon and the earth. We can give the second example for the circular motion of electrons around the nucleus. The necessary centripetal force is provided in the form of electrostatic force of attraction between the electrons and the nucleus. Third one is for the or when a vehicle is taking turns here at the curved road. When the vehicle is taking turn, then the necessary centripetal force is provided in the form of force of friction or the frictional force between the tires of the vehicle and the road surface. Between the tires of the vehicle and the road surface. It means that, dear students, for the circular motion of any object, the centripetal force must be necessary or it must be required. So you have seen these three examples. That is for the circular motion of the moon around the earth. You have seen that is the moon revolves around the earth in circular orbit. So for circular motion of moon around the earth, the centripetal force is provided in the form of gravitational force of attraction between the earth and the moon. Means there is a gravitational force of attraction between the earth and the moon, and that gravitational force provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of that moon around the earth. In second example, you know that the electrons revolves around the nucleus in circular orbit, and here for the circular motion of these electrons around the nucleus, which force is provided? That is the electrostatic force of attraction between the electrons and nucleus is provided in the form of centripetal force. And in the next example you have seen, when a vehicle is taking turn, means it is moving along the circumference of the circular road or circular path, means it performs the circular motion along the turn. So when the vehicle is taking turn, then for the circular motion of that vehicle, the necessary centripetal force is provided in the form of frictional force, gharshan bal, in the form of force of friction or the frictional force between the tires of the vehicle and the road surface, or wheels of the vehicle and the road surface. This is about the centripetal force. Okay, this is about the centripetal force. Now let us see the next point is centrifugal force. Second is the, dear students, we have to see next one is the centrifugal force. See here, what is the centrifugal force? It is a radial force acting on the particle along the radius of the circle is known as centrifugal force, or simply you can say the force acting on a particle performing circular motion. The force acting on a particle performing circular motion directed away from the center, along the radius of the circle is called as centrifugal force. Here you can say the force acting on a particle performing circular motion directed away from the center along the radius of the circle is called as centrifugal force. It means that, dear students, centripetal force is directed towards the center, while centrifugal force is directed away from the center. The centripetal force and centrifugal force both are equal in magnitude. But opposite in direction. Okay, but opposite in direction. Now already you have seen centripetal force is the real force, means when and only when the centripetal force is exerted on the body, at that time only that body executes or performs circular motion, otherwise it doesn't execute or perform the circular motion. So it is the real force. Therefore centripetal force is the real force. But see here, when the body is rotating, at that time the particles of the body are pulled away from its axis of rotation. When the body is rotating about a given axis, then the particles of that body are pulled away from the axis of rotation, and hence that force is produced in the body or in the rotating body, which is directed away from the center, and that force is known as the centrifugal force, or it is also known as pseudo force, because this force produces only and only in the rotating bodies. So here it is known as the imaginary force, or that is the pseudo force. Again, according to Newton's second law of motion, the centrifugal force is equal to the formula mass into acceleration. So here let us write, that is centrifugal force is equal to mass into acceleration, or simply centrifugal force FCF is equal to mass into acceleration is r omega square, or it is equal to v square upon r, or it is equal to v into omega. So in each case we can write that is the centrifugal force is equal to mr omega square, or mv square upon r, or mv into omega, because already I told you that the centripetal and centrifugal force both are equal in magnitude, means the magnitude of centripetal force and the magnitude of centrifugal force is same. So here the magnitude of centrifugal force is also same, that is it is equal to mr omega square, or mv square upon r, or mv omega. In vector form, the above equations can be written as, that is FCF bar is equal to m r bar omega square or mv square upon r into r0 cap. Here the negative sign is not indicated or not taken in the equation 3 because in this case both the radius vector r bar and the centrifugal force both are directed away from the center or the direction of both is same, so the negative sign is not taken. Therefore here in vector form the above equations can be written as equation number 3. In equation 3 r0 bar is the or r0 cap is the unit radius vector. It is known as the unit radius vector. Now let us see its examples. तर या ठिकाणी याचे काही एक्झाम्पल्स पाहू मित्रांनो आपण या ठिकाणी. नंबर फर्स्ट इज when the vehicle is taking turn along the curved road. When the vehicle is taking turn, vehicle म्हणजे समजतं ना वाहन. When the vehicle is taking turn, then the passengers are pulled towards the window of the vehicle. The passengers are, or simply you can say, when a car is taking turn, the passengers are pulled towards the window. That happens due to the centrifugal force. Means here when the car is taking turn, at that time you've seen that or you know that the passengers are pulled towards the window. That happens due to the centrifugal force. Means the at the turn the centrifugal force is exerted on the vehicle, that is on the passengers. Therefore they are pulled away or pushed towards the window. This is the first example. Second example we can give the bulging of earth at the equator. Bulging म्हणजे काय, विषुववृत्ताजवळ तुम्हाला माहिती आहे पृथ्वी कशी अशी फुगीर झालेली आहे आणि पोलच्या ठिकाणी ती कशी आहे, चपटी आहे. सो द बल्जिंग ऑफ अर्थ ॲट द इक्वेटर is due to the centrifugal force, because you know that the earth rotates about its polar axis, and when the earth rotates about its polar axis, then the particles of the earth are pulled away, and in this way the earth is bulged at the equator, and that bulging of earth at the equator is due to the centrifugal force. Then third example we can give in merry-go-round, आकाशपाळा जे असतो, in merry-go-round आकाशपाळा ज्याला तुम्ही म्हणताय. In merry-go-round, dear students, you know that the chairs are pulled away from the axis of rotation, and that happens due to the centrifugal force. You know that in merry-go-round the chairs are pulled away from the axis of rotation or from that rotating rod or rotating pole, and that happens due to the centrifugal force. Then next one example we can give, that is in the gramophone disc. In the gramophone disc, see here it is the disc, rotating disc. In gramophone disc, when a coin is kept just away from the center, when the coin is kept just away from the center, then you find that the coin is pushed towards the edge of the gramophone disc, and this happens due to the centrifugal force. तर अशा प्रकारे मित्रांनो या ठिकाणी या सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्समुळं या ठिकाणी कुठलेही बॉडी असतील त्या रोटेटिंग बॉडीचे कुठलेही पार्ट्स ते बाहेरच्या बाजूला या ठिकाणी खेचले जातात, फेकले जातात. मग इथे आपण काही एक्झाम्पल पाहिले की ज्यावेळेस एखादं कार टर्न घेत असते, टर्न घेत असताना आपल्याला माहिती आहे त्यातले पॅसेंजर जे आहेत ते विंडोकडे म्हणजे आउटसाइडला फेकले जातात. दॅट हॅपन्स ड्यू टू द सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स. त्यानंतर आपल्याला माहिती आहे पृथ्वी विषुववृत्ताजवळ पृथ्वीचा फुगवटा आपल्याला दिसून येतो. दॅट हॅपन्स ड्यू टू द, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो बल्जिंग ऑफ अर्थ, दॅट हॅपन्स ड्यू टू द सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स. जो रहाट पाळणा आहे किंवा ज्याला आकाश पाळणा तुम्ही म्हणताय, ज्याला आपण मेरी गो राऊंड म्हणतो, तर त्या ठिकाणी असे समजा हा सेंटरचा पोल आहे ज्याच्या भोवती या ठिकाणी हे चेअर्स फिरत असतात. मग ज्यावेळेस या ठिकाणी चेअर्स फिरतात त्यावेळेस ते असे बाहेर खेचले जातात. अँड दॅट हॅपन्स ड्यू टू द, दॅट इज सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स. आणि ग्रामोफोन डिस्क एक मोठी अशी डिस्क असते जे या ठिकाणी म्युझिक वगैरे वाजवण्यासाठी त्याचा वापर केला जातो. तर ती जी ग्रामोफोन डिस्क आहे त्याच्या सेंटरच्या अगदी जवळ, सेंटरच्या बाहेर थोडंसं एखादा आपण कॉइन ठेवला तर तो कॉइन सेंटर पासून बाहेर फेकला गेलेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो किंवा हळूहळू एजकडे सरकतो. दॅट हॅपन्स ड्यू टू द सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स. ओके, लेट अस स्टॉप हिअर. तर या ठिकाणी आपण थांबूया.